I was pulled to sub. I am a special ed TA. Good morning. I'm so cold, but it's supposed to get up to 70 today. It was just above freezing this morning, so that's a big jump. My face is a little numb. I'm walking back from the office. It was crazy. Apparently it was crazy yesterday. We just changed the clocks forward an hour. A lot of parents were saying it was my fault. But it's also picture day, spring picture day, class picture day. And that can cause some kids to need extra time. But the teacher whose duty it is to help enter in the tardies was out, so it's just me. And I did really well. One of the counselors saw me with that long line of kids, and she helped out by writing all their names down on our paper pad, which is our backup if we are not able to get them into the iPad. I've got a notebook that has all of the kids 3rd grade and younger that I can scan in, the barcodes, but 3rd and 4th have to type in their own ID and password, which they should know from their Chromebooks, but we do run into ones that can't. They're making a typo, so I have to just give them 1 or 2 tries and then move on. But we crossed them off as I scanned them in, and we got all of them. So that was awesome. Whew, I just made up that big hill. Anyway, I also chatted with the principal. She was in there for a moment. I was like, if you need me, you can pull me out. But there has not been anything listed. They've been filling sub positions internally. But yeah, she's aware of it now. She's the one that wanted me to be an extra hand. Anyway, gotta go get Jax to school and then head back. Hello everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. I was pulled to sub. I am a special ed TA for 3rd grade. I'm actually in my son's classroom and they are at recess. They said they didn't need me out there, so here I am, just waiting, standing awkwardly. I guess I could go sit down, but I've got 20 minutes till they're back in. And then I'm not here for much longer. I'll only be with them for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to be across the hall until dismissal, but that's exciting. And it pops up on my phone saying I was given an assignment. So I think that's how a lot of them are going. They're just internally given. And now that the principal knows that I can accept them on the fly, it might happen more. Exciting. Go inside.
Why should I play Fortnite with someone?
Hi. I have survived. And I'm in the car line. I had enough time after I got home, just before the bus, to eat some peanut butter toast and sit for 15 minutes while eating said toast. I'm definitely tired. My face is tired. But yeah, let's go over it. So I was partly through the lunch shift. We were winding down on 2nd and 3rd was coming in. My kid is one of the last ones to come in. They come in class by class. So he hadn't come in yet. I was over at a special ed table. They eat during 2nd grade, and some of them sometimes want to hold my hand, and it's just, they've got my heart. If we have extra hands, then I can do it. And then somebody from the office came in with a Post-it saying, hey, are you willing to sub? You would need to go here and then here. She wasn't entirely sure what I was doing. She thought maybe I was gonna be the TA, and I was. But yeah, I was like, okay, I'll figure it out. Since I was going to 2 different rooms for a little bit of time, it did sound like a TA. But I try not to think about it too much. I'll just go in it and figure it out in the moment. So I was like, yeah, cool. She's like, you should stop soon, get something to eat, and then go ahead. No, I've been bringing my sub bag since I was approved, just in case of this, and being pretty good about bringing quite a bit of food, like a full bagel and a drink, some fruit, and like a cookie or something. But today I was just like, I just threw something in at the last moment. I had some strawberries and a bag of chips and a sparkling water, and that was it. I was thinking, oh, I'll have something while I'm waiting for the lunch shift to start because I'm always hungry, and then I can just eat the rest when I get home. I was totally not expecting anything, even though I literally talked to the principal to mention that they have me as this resource now. And sorry, just ate peanut butter toast. It's very sticky. So yeah, I didn't have much food. I had eaten the chips. So I had strawberries, a chocolate chip cookie, and a drink. So Sebastian came in right after. I was like, hey, I'm about to sub and I'm supposed to eat now. Let me hop in the line with you and maybe throw some stuff on your plate tray so we can pay together. The line was so long and so slow. It's just how it is sometimes. He was really happy because they had the Asian chicken nuggets back that they hadn't had in a really long time. And there really wasn't anything that was catching my eye. It was just like more fruit and cheesy chips. I don't eat cheesy chips because of the dairy. So I was like, dude, I have to start eating what I have. I don't have much time. So just throw an extra thing of carrots on your tray for me. We can pay for them if they charge you for them. It's fine. He eventually got out. I had eaten my strawberries and started the cookie and the drink. But I sat down with him for I had about 10 minutes, and I was working on carrots and chatting with the kids. But then I had to head out just to like situate myself. And I was able to find the crosscat teacher that I subbed for a partial day last week. She does pull-ins and push-ins and pull-outs. Push-in, you go into the classroom and work with a group. Pull-outs, you pull students out into a separate room. And she has a TA, so I was going to be the TA. They don't work together necessarily. They have their own things. But she was there. I was able to drop my stuff in her room. And she just mentioned what they might be doing and mentioned her kids from the classes, so I knew who to focus on. But the first class, it was really unusual, out of order, like off routine. That's what I want to say. Off routine because it's school picture day, class picture day. And I came in right when they were going to recess. I made sure they didn't need me out there. They did not. So I just waited in the resource teacher's room. And then they needed to go straight to picture day. So it was just like handing out cones and making sure everybody's all situated, then helping with the school pictures. And then we headed back to class and they did their independent reading time. So I focused on one of the students that I knew needs extra help. And when their timer went off, since it was just me with them at that time, the teacher was dealing with other stuff while she could. I got everybody back to their tables so they were ready for the lesson, but at that time it was time for me to head across the hall to a different third grade. And I had in my mind the students that I needed to help through the lessons, give support to, and I had actually worked with them on pullouts. So I pushed in and we did social studies. Well, I started out with a lesson. I'm not sure what the other kids were doing at the time. I was given a worksheet on adverbs to go over with them. No answer key. I just had to know it. So we got to this one and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's this, but you know what? I'm not 100% sure and I don't want to tell you the wrong answer. So we're going to skip this one for a sec and I will check with the teacher. And it was what myself and the students thought. So kudos to us. But yeah, 1 hour was our adverb in that sentence. I just wanted to make sure. Because that was a tricky one. The teacher was like, yeah, see, that's why I have answer sheets. But yeah, that's one thing. It's like you're given this stuff to work with and you've never seen the answers. You just have to dredge it up from your past. But we did that, and then there was a social studies lesson that the teacher gave, and the students were taking notes based on the brainstorming that the teacher was doing. So I just monitored my 3 students and went around, encouraged them to get their notes done to the level based on what the resource teacher had expected of them. So then it was time to back up, and I was only assigned till 2. I did stay till 2:15. I wanted to see some of the dismissal process, since I will be doing that as lead teacher on Thursday. And it's Tuesday. But yeah, that was my experience. And then luckily I had made myself park in the back lot. If you park in the side lot outside of the cafeteria, you get completely blocked in by car line and then you're stuck. So I'm trying really hard to remember to always park in the back lot now, because I don't know what's gonna happen, and that worked out well. And I got out before the buses. So if I'm leaving a little later, not at 2:15, but 2:30, then I have to wait till the buses are gone, but it's not a big deal. But that was my big old TED talk about my day. So now I need to crochet a square and absolutely melt in the sunshine. Like, the air is gorgeous. It's 70 out there and there's a little breeze, but the sun is like, I feel like I'm on fire right here. It is so hot right there. All right, let's make a granny square. Alright, I'm gonna say a quick goodnight. Sebastian is in a mood because his watch died and he couldn't call his bestie and talk for the last half hour, and it's finally charged and he's not answering. I'm like, dude, it's late. It's bedtime. But he's gonna give me grief, so I'm gonna say goodnight before we start bedtime. Good night, everyone. Stay safe, be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.